Hey, what's up, everyone? Mark from Mighty Tonka Madness. This is my first time doing a live YouTube video. I've done plenty of lives on Facebook, but this is my first time doing one for my YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen me over there, I'm Mark. Thanks to everybody that follows and likes and comments and all that good stuff. You've heard my, oops, sorry about that. You've heard my voice plenty of times on there, but here I am. Sorry if it's a disappointment. But as you can see, I got the collection in the background, so you know it's me. So I just had a couple of new things come in, so I just wanted to try out the live function on YouTube. Like I said, I haven't done a live one before. I've had some questions about from actually on Facebook and YouTube about how I clean them and what I use and all that good stuff. So as you can see over here on the table, I've got some pretty cool new ones that came in the last week. The crane boom with the flatbed, that's actually pretty rare. So I just got that one. I just been really busy with work. So like I said, I figured it's kind of midday. People are at work. I had some time today. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Foster? Thanks for watching. I'm just, like I said, bear with me here as far as comments and stuff. I've done plenty of Facebook Live videos, but never YouTube. So I don't know how long it takes for a comment to show up. So bear with me. Yeah, so let me show you. I'll just show you what we got here on the table. This one's actually pretty cool. Excuse the wiggling camera. This one, as you can see, thank you. Yes. I'm impressed by it myself. Every time I come in here, it's still kind of surreal to me that I have all this stuff. It's crazy. Hi, how's it going? Thanks for watching. This room is my office. Like I said, I own a small construction business. This is my office as well. So every time I come in here, and I get to see these awesome toys on the shelf, it's really cool. So, but yeah, so this one right here. Now my phone is in selfie mode. So that's why the words are kind of backwards. But this is a really nice one. This is actually a 1973 Mighty Loader. 73 because Tonka USA Oval. Actually, let me flip this around. I could flip it. There we go. On a Facebook Live video, you can't flip the video around. So that's a pretty cool feature. You can flip it around. There we go. It's a lot easier. So this is, once again, I'll zoom out here. This is a 1973 Mighty Tonka loader. Do I let the kids play with them? Sometimes. I got certain ones. Let me I got my phone clipped on the tripod here. Let me turn it around. So right here, these ones on the floor are some doubles that I ended up with because I'm always just looking. Yeah, I saw that. And the Amazon, they actually had a sale last week or the week before, and I was waiting. I didn't want to spend the money. They had a good sale. They dropped them down to like $31 a piece, and I was gonna get them just because I love the boxes. They have like a retro box that they're selling with the new Tonka toys. So those are pretty cool. I really wanted them just for the box. I'm not crazy about the toys, but I wanted to get them and do a review on them. Oh, this is how's it going? Yeah, so I just wanted to do a quick live video. This is my first live video on Facebook or on YouTube. I've done plenty of live videos on Facebook, but never tried one on YouTube. So I'm just doing a live video showing the room and answering any questions and showing the new arrivals to the collection. But yeah, back to the kids. I mean, yeah, they come in here. I have a 3 and a 6-year-old. The 6-year-old's kind of got a teenager mentality already, so some things aren't quote unquote cool to him, but the 3-year-old, he loves it. So he comes in here and I let him play with some of the things that are actually outside the room now. He has a big pile of Tonkas out there that he plays with, but the ones on the shelves are untouchables, I guess we'll say. So some of them are worth a lot of money and are very rare, and I just don't want, you know how kids are. They're playing nice, and next thing you know, they're playing demolition derby. So, so they don't always get to play with all of them, anyways. And thanks to my friend Rab from Rab's Trains, his channel over there. I tagged him in the in my community section. I actually busted out my O gauge train set last week, me and my 3-year-old. So you see the train tracks set up around the room too, as if the room wasn't full enough. So do I have any fire trucks and engines? Yes, I do actually have. I don't have many. Over here is this is a newer one, but I picked it up really cheap at an auction. I forget what year it is. I think it's a 97, I want to say. It may have the date on the bottom. No, this one doesn't. Oh, wait, yes, it does. 1999, it says on here. This one's actually pretty cool. It is a newer one, so this part's all plastic, but the cab is still metal. It has the ladder with it. Actually, both ladders. These little spotlights are missing sometimes. The little hose off here is missing sometimes. So I have those, that fire truck, and I also have a couple more back here, hook and ladders. So this is an older turbine one. Hold on, let me move the train out of the way. Hold on. Got too many toys. Is that a thing though? Too many toys? Can you have too many toys? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't even know why I said that. So, yeah, this one actually right here. This is the Mighty Hook and Ladder, and this one's pretty cool. The ladder raises up. I gotta turn. Let's go. There we go. You turn this wheel over here. The ladder raises up. This is from the 80s. It's considered a Mighty, even though it's kind of like the mini, or like the regular size. And then this is my 60s turbine hook and ladder. This one actually has the original ladders with it on each side, that one and over there, and it has all the pieces. So that's actually a pretty tough find. I got that one also in an auction. I bought last summer. There was an auction local to me, well, about 2 hours away, and I ended up getting like 28 different Tonkas, which was awesome, and I got them for amazing prices. The two white wreckers over here, I got those for one was $35, I think, and the other one was $40, which is insane because they're worth at least $150 a piece. So that was a good day when you can get 28 of them all at the same time. So, but yeah, so spin around the room if you haven't seen it before. If you see something, let me know. Actually, last night I found these two little gold trucks here. I made a video with them before, but if you haven't seen it before, These are gold 75th anniversary mini Tonka dump trucks, and they were only available in September 2nd, 2022 at the New York City Tonka Playcation Anniversary event, and that's the only place you can get them. There's only 1,000 made. I have 2 of them. So they're really hard to find, but they have been popping up here and there. You know what, Foster? I actually just saw that today. So I will check that out. And I got it. Yeah, it's weird. I got a notification today about that for some reason. I don't know. I don't know how I missed it, but I will check that out. So I apologize. But yeah, so back to those gold ones. When you bought them, they gave you a fabric tote bag with them. It's a Tonka Playcation on it, and I actually found one of those. So that's on its way to me, which is cool. And yeah, so let me get back to these trucks over here. That's why I kind of started the live video. Let me plug my phone back in because it's dying. Pops up. There we go. Sorry about the wiggling camera. Put it back in the tripod so it's more, so it's more stable. There we go. All right. So let me move this out of the way. That one's really, really cool. So this loader, again, is the 73 because it has the white letter tires and the Tonka USA oval. The USA oval was from 70 to 73, and the white letter tires were introduced in 1973. So this is a 73. It's in really, really nice condition. And I only gave $35 plus shipping, which is a very good price. It's missing one air cleaner. They're the soft vinyl ones. They're pretty easy to find though. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Foster, I will. Yeah, I'll check that out when I get done with the video here. I'll go check those out and see what you sent me. Appreciate it. And yeah, so this loader is very clean. It's played with. It's got minor little scuffs and no really dents or anything. Very clean. I was just gonna polish it and get my polishing stuff out. You could see the bucket does have some scratches and missing paint, so it was played with, but very, very lightly. The wheels and tires don't really have many scrapes, so it wasn't really ran around like crazy. And then over to this one. This one is a 1975 crane boom and flatbed, is what they called it in the catalog. Knockoff of the mighty wheel design. Cool. Yeah, this one is actually pretty special because, number one, this truck is just rare in general. You just don't see it a lot. And this one is a JCPenney truck. It wasn't exclusive to JCPenney, but this one is a JCPenney, and it still has the original price tag on there of $6.99, which is awesome. Now, I will say that I paid a lot more than $6.99. So, like I said, these trucks are very hard to find, and this one is in beautiful shape. 1975, as you see, the 74, 75 yellow bottom oval, and this truck wasn't introduced until 75, so 1975. And this one would have had it has the hook back here, but it also had a plastic, kind of like a C-shaped fork setup because it came with a bin as well. Like that came with the mini forklifts, and I have one. It's up there. It would have came on here with a pallet and everything. So this one is very hard to find, and they're usually beat up. This one's in really nice shape. Minor minor scratches, but the paint is really good. The decals are super clean. Hey, Gary, what's up? Thanks for watching. So this one's really nice. Really, really nice. A fellow collector, Brian, sent me the pictures, asked if I was interested, and he gave me a very fair price on it. And I said, all right, I've been looking for one forever, and they're either too expensive or missing something. The decals are, like I always say, very important to me because they are the main identifying feature in a lot of them. So I picked those up, and I was just gonna give them a little polish on here. This one doesn't need much, but it does have some scuffs and some stuck on stuff. Yeah, I appreciate it. My first crack at a YouTube live video. I've done plenty of Facebook live videos, as you probably know. Trying to find my polishing stuff here. Now, people always ask me what I use. I've been using this stuff to polish. I don't have any allegiance to it or anything, but I just happened to go to the store one day and looking for a polish. And this was the first one I saw, and I grabbed it, and it works pretty good. It is abrasive, so it will take off just a little. You'll see when you wipe it down, when you polish it, you will see some color on the pad. There it is. Here's my stuff. And somebody asked me about what wax do I use. Same thing. Also, Meguiar's. The wax gives it a nice shine afterwards. The polishing does too, but the wax gives it a nice little coat on there and just kind of protects it, kind of seals it up, kind of. And it does a great job. I don't do it to all of them. If they need a quick little kind of polish on here, I will do it. And as you can see, if the camera will focus here, you can see kind of some little kind of dirty spots on there. And I'll show you what I do. I got these microfiber pads. So as you can see, the different colors, like I said, it will take off some, but some of my ones that I bought for the kids to play with, I've got some of this stuff, and I've really tried to work at it and to try to take the paint off down to the metal, and it's really hard. Now, if you hook something onto a drill and went at it, now that's a whole different animal. So obviously a drill's gonna go a lot quicker than with a by hand. So be careful with that. And just be careful in general. And also another thing for polishing and waxing, even cleaning, don't go over the decals, because the decals are just paper. These ones, especially the ovals, if they get wet, they could start to peel, or if they get wet, they'll just fall off or whatever. Same thing with these. These are vinyl. They're on there pretty good. And the writing is kind of, I don't know, painted on there or whatever. And so if you start polishing at this writing, you will take that off. So I've started to wear down some. I forget which one it was. So be careful. Don't ever go over the decals. So I got these. I got these little detail pads, or whatever you want to call them. There's two different sizes in here, and they're pretty cool. I've used these a few times. They're like little foam pads, and they've got this plastic stick on there, so it's not kind of non-marring. but they will. I'm sure you can scratch it with it. So be careful. I like to use these for the little fine things or working around around the decals. So pretty cheap little card detailing swabs, they call them, little foam things. So those are good for fine detail work. 1970 polish work for it. Oh yes, it would. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, this, like I said, I don't have any allegiance to this. I'm sure there are better ones to it. Better polishes out there. But like I said, I tried this one and it worked for what I wanted it for. Let me trying to see. On my Facebook page, if you're on Facebook, I have videos posted at the top of it with befores and afters of some that I polished, and it really does brighten it up. Let's see. I'm trying to look around and see one that yeah, I'll show you. Hold on one second. Let me grab my, I have a Mighty bottom dump that's super sun faded. And I polished it a little bit, and I'll show you the difference that it made. Hold on one second. Let me grab that. All right. Yeah. So as you can see, this one. This is my 1972 Mighty bottom dump, and it is super sun faded. Now I started to polish it with the McGuire stuff, and this one actually took some real elbow grease to get it. But as you can see, like this is kind of, I don't think I did this one yet. If I did, it was very lightly, but this is untouched in the front here, and it all looked like this. But and then look at this, look at the difference that it brought the color back, and you can see here's a good spot too. This is untouched, and this is after I polished it. It really brought the color right back. Like I said, because it does take off a little bit of the paint, so just be very careful. But it does do a good job. If I can get it's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but I mean you could see the difference in this is super sun faded, and let's see if I can maybe let me polish a spot right here while I'm on the live so you can see the difference for yourself. And like I said, I wanted to try to find something that was actually a little bit more abrasive for something like this, because it's just really, as you can see, this, I started to polish this, and there's a good kind of before and after right there too. Look at it gives it a nice shine back, and it really deepened up the color, because that was the same color as this. So but let me see. This one's really bad. Would it be hard to make? Yeah, there's I know I don't do any restoring or customs or anything, but there are a lot of people that do. And there's lots of Facebook groups. They're super handy for stuff like that. There's people that do some amazing restorations and customs, and from what I've heard, you can actually get custom colors made up. There's people there that know the best kind of brands and color name to get, as far as like Tonka yellow, or this one would be Euclid green. They know the names of them. So if you're looking for a specific color, I can ask around. So if you just let me know what color you want to do. There's the orange, like that one, the orange. They call it ochre, orange. The rollers were that color too, ochre. So, yeah, there's lots of people from all over the world. So whatever country you're in, there's lots of people that can help you. So, and like I said, if you're not on Facebook, just let me know. Just let me know what color you're looking for and where you're at. I can ask some of my friends, because like I said, I know there's a lot of people that do customs and restorations. So And I lost my, oh, here it is. I lost my microfiber pad. No, I don't know. I never really wanted to buy the customs. I'm a pretty handy person, and I'm not saying I can do it as good as some of the people. I'm a house builder by trade. Everything to do with construction and all that stuff is what I do. So I'm good at working with my hands and welding and stuff like that. I never did much painting in that, but it would be fun. So there are some, like I said, some really awesome customs. Some guys are just super creative, and that's kind of another thing about me, I guess, that I'll admit. I'm not creative, I guess, is what I'll say. I'm more technical, so so I have a hard time doing things like if I get it, I want it to be like it was from the factory. I don't know. I guess I'll say I'm not creative. I mean, I have some cool ideas, but I don't know. So yeah, I would definitely. Oh yeah, I definitely want to make some customs for sure. Try to play with it. Like I said, I weld and uh, do everything to do with construction. So that's my profession. So I would certainly love to do it sometime. I don't. My family and I we moved into a new house, and I finally have a nice garage. So maybe in the springtime, once we get settled and all that, and my garage is kind of storage space right now. We're still kind of bringing stuff in and getting settled. And once my garage is cleaned out, or I'm gonna build a shed next year that may have a workshop space in there. So once I get that workshop space, I may try to play around with them. And there's not, I mean, you don't really need to get super crazy either. There's not a lot of fabrication involved. Some guys really do go all out, and others just kind of take parts from one thing, put it on another. They have some really awesome ideas. There's a friend of mine that's actually a bunch of friends of mine that are really good at doing custom stuff. So super creative, just big tractor trailers or just equipment, whatever you can think of. I've seen some really awesome stuff, and it does look fun to me. Just seeing there, like I said, maybe I'm not as creative as some people. I'm more technical, but yeah, I would love to definitely play with some Tonkas and make some customs. Be something fun to do with my kids too. They would. I got a couple that we're gonna paint together. Check that out. That's just a little bit of minimal effort right there, and it's already bringing the color back out. Like I said, this is super sun faded, a little bit dirty, but yeah, just that little bit of rubbing with the microfiber pad and the polish it brings the color right back. Now these decals right here are water transfer ones. As you can see, it's all kind of cracking and flaking. That's what the water transfers tend to do. And if you were to go over that, you would probably break off big chips of that. So again, never go over the decals and stuff. Be very careful working around them. But it's, as you can see how nicely it's bringing them back with, and this is just minimal effort. If you really sat here and worked at it, you can get it pretty good shape again. And you don't want to let this stuff dry on there either, because it'll be harder to get off, unlike the wax where you have to let it dry. But look at the shine that it gave. So really cool. So it's nice for lots of times you get toys and they're just they've got some really stuck on dirt or whatever, or like I said, again, sun fading like this, and you could bring it right back. Like that's the spot that I polished right here, and big difference already with just a little bit on there. So pretty cool. And then back to this side over here where I polished this big last triangle section. So it does bring it back. It takes some work. I haven't really tried anything in a drill. Like I said, I've been afraid to, because I don't really, you can't really, it's pretty hard to burn through the paint to the metal with by hand, but a drill is a whole different thing. So, but anyways, yeah, so the polish was this McGuire's Ultimate Compound. And I know a lot of other people that have started using it as well for their Tonkas. So, but once again, never go over the decals, because you will ruin the decals with it. Just try to keep the decals as dry as possible. Don't go over them with any Armor All or anything like that. I use these for cleaning. These are Armor All cleaning wipes. They do a pretty good job. Lots of people will just use soap and warm water. Obviously not dripping wet, but just or even baby wipes people have used. They say work good. So, but they'll only take off so much, and then eventually you're gonna need something a little bit stronger than just wiping them down. So it's nice to have the polish. So I'm gonna show you this over here. Move this. So there's a few. If the camera focuses, there's a little bit of. You can kind of see the little bit of kind of dirty spots there. I should be able to polish off those kind of dark spots, and this loader is already really clean, but if you go on my Facebook page, like I said, there's some videos where I did a before and after polishing it's like, it's crazy, night and day. So I'm just gonna polish the body of the hood of this loader here quick. So thanks again for everybody that's hanging out and watching. Sorry if it's boring. I just wanted to just show quick. I mean, this is, look at the difference in the yellow, and I'm not even barely pressing here either. Big difference. Look at that. Look how much brighter it is. You can see that one little spot. It really gets I wiped this down with the Armor All cleaning wipes already, but like I said, sometimes you just can't. They just won't take off everything that you want to get off and get it back down to that super clean, bright yellow. So really cool. And like I said, don't let this stuff dry on there. So just do little sections and then wipe it off. And then I actually got I scored a pretty awesome little mini camper today too, when that comes in. That one's got a little, the little mini campers, they have this little US steel decal on them that are so hard to find with them on there, because it was on the top and they come off so easy. As you can see, those spots are gone now. They were just kind of really dark, dingy looking little spots, and they're gone. So the polish does a great job. Look at you can see the reflection of the Tonka sign on the wall in there. So really nice. So this is loader, I forget how many. It is missing the soft vinyl air cleaner, but those are really easy to find on eBay for a few bucks for an original one, and it doesn't really compromise the integrity of it, I guess we'll say, as far as being original, because it's still an original part. So you're not really changing a rivet or something like that. It's hard to match the rivets. And same thing with the hubcaps. If you were to swap a tire or something, these little hubcaps with the lug nuts stamped into them, you can't find. So I really don't. The original stacks, you can find a lot. So I think I've put a stack on on one thing, but I usually try to get them with all their parts. So, but I appreciate everybody hanging out, and those that did, those that are still. Thank you so much for always watching and encouraging and commenting. I appreciate all the questions. If you have any questions, feel free, and I'll do my best. So give you a spin around the room here. I've got this loader now. I don't know how many loaders I have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. This is number 9. This is my 9th loader, and every one of those is different. So pretty cool. And there's still some more to get. So, and I don't have any of the JCPenney ones. Those are orange. Any orange loader you see is a JCPenney exclusive. Those are really hard to find, and they can get pricey. This one I scored for $35 plus shipping. I think it came to like $50 and some change, which is a good price. This is a really nice original loader. Only missing this air cleaner. Super easy to find, and everything is all original. Very nice. This thing is worth $60-70 all day. In this shape, the ovals are very tough to find, and this one's beautiful. That's a beautiful oval, great shape, original. You gotta watch. Sometimes people replace the decals, and they're pretty easy to tell for me, anyways, because I'm so used to looking at them. One thing about the replacement decals, the font is either off or the size is off. I haven't found a decal that is perfect, so I could always tell if the font is off. I could pick that out so easy. The rare 2000 green one, yeah, I know, I love that one too. I actually got that from the same guy, fellow collector Brian. I'll pull it off the shelf quick. Yeah, this one is like super nice. The 2000 Euclid green. There was also a crane in the green. Until last winter, I believe, there was a collector overseas. I forget what country he's in. The Netherlands, maybe. He found a crane, the green crane, which is super, super rare. The dump truck's hard enough, but the cranes you never find. That's probably one of the hardest to find things. He found the green crane, and it was in the box, and it had a Toys R Us price tag on there. So until then, we never really knew what store they were sold at. Nobody can remember or had a box to show it. So it was all just kind of speculation until he found that. So they were, from what I know so far, they were a Toys R Us exclusive. And they're super cool. They're hard to find with the decals. This is from 2000, so after probably, I don't know, the later 90s, like the 97s and later, the decals were just very, I don't know, chintzy, I guess, kind of. They're just they were paper, and if they got wet, they just wanted to. As you can see, this one has some bubbles in it, but it is still intact. This one is, yeah, so a lot of times these are missing or peeled or whatever, especially these ones on the back. You can see this one's a little frayed on the top, but overall this thing is in very nice shape. I waxed it too when it came. I don't think I polished it. I may have polished and waxed it. Maybe I did. But pretty cool. This one actually came out of Florida, of all places. Beautiful shape. It is a later one, so the frame, this is all plastic. Obviously the bed is metal, and then the cab, this is like a piece that clips down into the plastic frame here, and the little cab here is metal, but everything else is plastic in the later ones with the green rims. So pretty awesome. One of my favorites. I kind of got all the special dumps over here. If you've never seen that one before, that's the Mighty Blaze dump truck with the dual rear wheels, chrome wheels. It's got the supercharged engine on it, which is awesome. The Mighty Flame next to the green one, and then this one is probably one of my favorites. This one's awesome. I just love the color of it. This one is exclusively sold at Target and BJ's, according to BJ's Wholesale Club. I don't know how far I don't know where all the BJ's wholesale clubs are located, if they're in every state or whatever, but this was sold there and Target, according to the guy that actually designed this style dump truck back in '83. He worked with Tonka for a long time. So it's cool to meet those people. They got all the inside information, but this one's cool. It's orange. It's got the silver or gray wheels on it. And I love this one. This is another one that you never see, and when you do, they're usually crazy priced. So this one's probably probably $150 easily. And the green one always brings at least 100. I think I got it for $80 maybe. Same thing with this one too, actually, $80. So I'm a bargain hunter. If you check out eBay and all that, just people are they get crazy. And if you really want it, then I guess sure, go ahead. But if you want to spend the money, this one is, like I said, this one is pricey. It's very rare that you find one in this nice a shape under $150. This one cost me, I think, what was it? Let's see, I paid $135 for this with shipping, which is actually a good price. Seems, if you're not a collector and you don't know what these things go for, then it sounds kind of crazy. Even as a collector, it's kind of crazy to pay $150, but believe me, there's the reason why I don't get into the early 60s and older ones is because they're just outrageous. Usually they're $200 and $300 even in kind of beat up shape. Some of them are over $1,000. So yeah, they can get crazy. So that's why I kind of stick to the mid 60s when the Mighties were introduced. The Mighties are always a lot more reasonably priced. So they're fun to collect, but as you see, they take up a ton of room. This room has almost 8 foot, not quite 8 foot tall ceilings, and that wall is a little over 15 feet long, and it's full. So, and they're from floor to ceiling. There's just about 100 of them. So there's 100 different ones. On that entire wall, there is, let's see, I think there's only one double on that entire wall, except for down below. As you can see, the 2 tractor trailers, that's a double. And the dump truck, the second and third dump trucks are doubles. Other than that, I don't really have any doubles. Each one has a difference in some way, whether it be a decal or headlights or there's something different. I don't keep any differences. Actually, some of these ones on the floor here, I'm gonna be getting rid of at some point. So, but yeah. So, but yeah, the 2000 green dump is pretty awesome. So, back to this loader. I just wanted to polish it up and get it shined up, get the dirt off it that's been on it for however long. 99.9% of my collection has been has been played with. So I do seek out really nice ones. I at least want them to have all their decals because, like I said, it's very important for identifying them. Most of the times, it's very. There are some that you can tell what they are without the decals. Like the ERV is one. It's green. There's no mistaking it. There's only one thing that looks like it, so it's okay that it was missing some of the decals. The remnants of them are there, but the whole decal. Pretty cool. So, but anyways, thank you everybody that's hung out with me for 45 minutes and counting. This has been my first YouTube live video. I do want to do more, and I will do more. I've been super busy with work. I started building 2 separate houses with a friend of mine that needed a hand. He was kind of swamped, and so I've been working with him for the last 2 weeks. That's why I've been kind of MIA from my YouTube channel. So, but I'm going to get back into it. Make some videos with my new acquisitions, I guess we'll call them. So stay tuned. Thank you for bearing with me. The channel is still growing, even in my absence. The chrome one over here, that one is actually a 25th anniversary. I don't know if I've seen a 40th. I'll have to look into that. I do have a excuse me. I do have another anniversary truck that has gold wheels on it. I think that one is a 50th. Now that's a mini. It's yellow. It's got a picture of Tonka's on there. Future for my Tonkas after I die. I don't know. My kids are 3 and 6, and so who knows what they'll do with them. And who knows who knows how long we all have left, so I could die tomorrow. And maybe my wife will just sell everything. So that's also another reason why I need to make a good inventory. But my hope is that my kids will be involved in it. They love to come in here, and I always ask them, "What's your favorite one?" And do you like these? Do you like the toys? And like, what kid wouldn't love 300 Tonka toys? You know, it's like it's better than a toy store. You walk in here, and it's like, wow. So, but I hope I enjoy doing this, and it seems like I get comments all the time from people like, "Wow, your channel really brought up some memories from my childhood, and thank you so much. And I forgot all about that truck and this and that." So that's why I do it. And another reason why I do it is for collectors or future collectors that, because it's really hard to know what it is that you're looking at. Like I said, there's people that do customs, there's people that put on replacement decals or stuff like that, and then they try to sell them for as original, and that really frustrates me. When I first got involved in collecting, I've only been doing this for it will be 2 years in December. As crazy as that sounds, 2 years ago I had nothing, none of these. So that tractor trailer, with the bulldozer on it, the third one right there, that was the very first Tonka in my collection right there. And then in the last 2 years, well, it'll be 2 years in December, I just kind of jumped in with both feet, and now I have over 300, which, saying it out loud sounds crazy, but it just gives me a lot of joy. Gives me something to get away from the real world for, even if it's just a few minutes while I make a video or whatever. It's just really fun, and I'm sure we all know that being a grown-up could kind of kind of stink sometimes, and it's nice to have a second to feel like a kid again. So, and like I said, with all the comments and stuff, people, I feel like I'm able to do that for other people when they see something that they had as a kid or something maybe that they wanted as a kid. And it just kind of, if I could put a smile on somebody's face other than mine for even if for a second while you're flipping through YouTube, you come across my channel or my videos, and if you get a smile out of it, that's why I really love it. And like I said, I do it to help the other collectors identify things. Because if you're if you're not really into it like I am, and you're at a yard sale or whatever, maybe a toy show, best way to remove kid stickers. I've taken off some stickers. I just use water, the cleaning wipes, and something that I think I've used these before. That's just plastic, the plastic handle to the cleaning swabs. Just kind of gently kind of scrape it off there. And then the only problem is I will warn you for removing a sticker, depending on how long it's been on there. They tend to be a different color underneath because it's been protected by the sun and the elements. So sometimes when you take off a sticker that's been on there that a kid put on 30, 40, 50 years ago, and it's been sitting on here and the sun's been beaten down, you take that off and you'll just never get the color to match. I actually have a cement mixer over there that somebody wrote on with like a Sharpie or something, and I polished the Sharpie writing off, but underneath it from the black writing, you could still see the words because the sun faded the paint around it. So that's one thing that you may not ever get the paint to match, but you can get the stickers off, especially like the glue and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't want to say yes, go ahead, use it, but people have said like the stuff Goof Off helps take the glue and stuff off. I do know the water transfer decals are super hard to find, but if you're just talking about a regular sticker, it shouldn't be super hard to get off, just the glue, and just be careful, that's all. Sometimes, like I said, I'll test it out on, if I'm unsure, I'll test it out on one of the, like that little loader down there I got for the kids. Came with some other stuff, and I'm gonna let them play with it. We're gonna custom paint it. Is there a Tonka that I still don't have yet? There's actually tons of Tonkas that I still don't have yet. I will say it is getting harder to find ones that I don't have yet, other than the super rare ones, which are hard to find. Besides Tonka's another press steel company, yes. Well, it's not press steel, but I love Ertl stuff. I will show you my, those are die cast, of course, but I'll show you my Ertl collection. These are my 1/64 scale Ertl toys. These are all die cast. Hey, what's up, David? Yeah, I just got that from Brian last week. Yeah, these are my 1/64 scale Ertl toys. The shelving unit's full of them. And then I've got 1/16 scale Ertl toys over here. Alice Chalmers, if there's any Alice Chalmers fans. I grew up an Alice Chalmers fan. The Case excavator, this was my absolute favorite toy as a kid. I used to load my Tonka trucks with it. This isn't the same one, but it is one just like it. These are all my other 1/16 scale Ertl toys from childhood. Haven't gotten any new ones recently, but there's a bunch more down there. This one is actually a Marx super crane. This thing is all the way up like this. It's hard to tell from the video, but that's 4 feet tall. It's huge. And then I do like get one down up here on the shelf. Here's another Ertl set in the box that I got. Pretty awesome. Ertl tractors. I do love the Buddy L. These are Buddy L Brutes, they call them. They're equivalent to a tiny Tonka. And these are from the 70s. I love the 70s ones. The Buddy L's, they look very similar, even to the cab style of a tiny Tonka. But Buddy L makes some really awesome sets that Tonka didn't make. This one's actually missing the forklift. I've been trying to find a nice one on eBay. Because these other ones they're really mint, really untouched. I don't think they've ever been out of the box. I don't know why the forklift was missing. This one even has the little lookbook in there that shows the other sets they had available. So I do love the Buddy L Brute sets, and even just the individual toys. There's tons of different ones. And I also have a Dopke scraper back there from 1955. It's on the floor, kind of buried back there. That's really cool. There's lots of other Dopke toys. Some of the older Nylants are cool. I like them, but I just hate to start getting into it, because then I'm just gonna want more and more and more, and I don't really have the budget for that, unfortunately. I wish I did, but yeah, so I do pick up the Buddy L Brute sets. I've got that was one that I had, the Pan Am set. I also have a Pepsi set back there, and there's also a Coca-Cola set, because I just love those. Those are cool, and they're all mint in the boxes. And the good thing about those is they're usually cheaper than Tonkas. Like if you were to find a Pepsi set of tiny Tonkas in the box like that, it would be over $100, and I don't think I even paid half of that for those. So the Buddy L Brute sets, that's what they called their tiny line, Buddy L Brutes. So I do love those. I'm an Ertl fan, like I said, like you saw. So, and I actually did get the re-released Nylant stuff. If you saw those, I got the box right here. I just left them in the box. I took them out when I first got them, and they're pretty cool. They came with a set, a book, and they came with these kind of cool collector boxes. They're pretty awesome. They're die cast, I guess, but they had the sunshine truck and the rain truck. I think I got them both for like $50 or something. They had like a Black Friday special. The daughter of the owners of Nylant, her name is Emmy Clint. She was trying to resurrect her family's toy company. As you can see, there we go. There's a picture of the car that's in there. So they're the sunshine and rain trucks. Pretty cool. And like I said, I got them both for like $50 or something. So, but mostly Tonka. I'd love to get into the other ones. The Nylant stuff, the newer Nylant stuff, as far as like the 90s and stuff like that, it was kind of, as with all of them, they just started to get kind of chintzy because they were more and more plastic and trying to keep up with the cheap toys, and just, I don't know. As with every other thing we have here, things just get cheaper and cheaper, and they just don't make them like they used to. And Tonkas is what I had as a kid, so that's why I got into Tonka. But there are some cool, even the Buddy L trucks like this size are really cool. There's tons of different ones, and yeah, there's just so many. There's so many Tonkas though. Even these ones like these Maisto. These are die cast from like 1998 or something. I got a couple. Those are brand new in the box. They're sealed in a blister pack, and I didn't want to rip it off because once it's off, it's off. But these are the Maisto toys, and they work too. The bucket dumps. Oh, it did work. Yeah, it does work. There we go. It articulates and everything. Pretty cool. They're pretty detailed little toys. So they're fun. They're fun. There's just so many different ones. So, but yeah. So I'm always looking. Like I said, that once you get into the earlier 60s and earlier, they really just get, the prices are just crazy. I try to stay under $100, really as cheap as possible. But some of them, if you want them, you gotta pay up a little bit more. But like the hydraulic dumps up there, those are I think it cost me $130 for each one of them. There's 3 of them. So it definitely gets pricey, but I really don't do anything else besides work, and I don't have any other hobbies. I had some, but I stopped with those, and I don't really spend any money on anything. And the kids in our family wants for nothing, so I spend a little money here and there. So, and it keeps me sane, I guess, if you want to call having 300 toys sane. But holy smokes, Gary, 535. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. I know there's definitely some cool ones of all, especially the older Nylants, and they're just so heavy and stuff. They're just very cool, the older Nylants, and even the old Buddy L trucks, like I said. And Marks I'm not super familiar with. Like I said, I do have that Marks Super Crane back there from the 60s. That was pretty cool. It's huge. I saw it in a catalog and I just wanted to have it. And I think I picked up that one for like $20. So it's missing the bucket and the attachments, and I never put batteries in it. I'm going to say it probably doesn't work, but that's also another popular story too, Gary, that people say, well, I always wanted them as a kid, and now that I'm an adult, I can get them, so I get them. So that's always another popular reason for collectors, to why they collect. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. 535, wow. So yeah, I've seen the pictures of your toy shop. So it's pretty awesome. So yeah, so this is where I'm at so far. Like I said, it's getting harder and harder to find ones that I don't have and ones that are reasonably priced, which I guess that's up to you what you define as reasonable. So this banner is pretty cool. This is something that I got from eBay from a cool seller. A girl from Florida made both of those for me. Sells them all the time on her eBay store is called K Rocks. It's K hyphen ROX is her eBay store name, and she makes all different ones. Tonka, different brands. I've seen Ertl ones, Case, all different ones, and she auctions them off on eBay auctions. But and I kept losing the auctions, but either they got pricey or I just lost at the last second. And so I just got frustrated one day, and I said, you know what? Screw this. I messaged her and I said, hey, would you could you just make me one of these banners, or do you only do them to auction? She said, no, I could make them for you. And I said, well, could you make me one with yellow and black and red and white? She's like, sure. And I actually got them for a better price than I could have got from the eBay auction. So it worked out for once. Yeah, the 50s and 60s toys are pretty cool. The worst quality Tonka. Well, obviously, as you go on through the Tonka timeline, they start to get more and more plastic, of course. So I could show you. I could pull this one. I'll pull this one down. This one's from '99, and I will get the very first Tonka mighty dump truck ever made. Right here. This is the early 1964, and I will show you the differences. So really, they all, Tonka as a whole, like I said, kind of started to, in order to compete with toys from China and cheap plastic stuff, they had to keep adding more and more plastic. Let me just clean up my desk a little bit. My phone is still dying, so I'm going to plug the charger back in. So that's what this cord is right here. You see that? But so here is, let me get it out of the picture at least. There we go. Okay. So this one, in case you didn't know, this is an early 1964 Mighty dump truck. The Mighty dump truck and all the Mighties, this was the very first one out of any Mighty. They introduced it in early 1964, and then in 1965 they came out with the another dump truck. They came out with the mobile crane, which was that style crane. And then they came out with the Mighty Clam, they called it, which was the crawler crane on the tracks. And I am drawing a blank as to what the others were. I think that's all there was. Yeah, mobile crane. There wasn't a loader until '67. So yeah, the dump truck, the mobile crane, and the Mighty Clam were the first Mighties. So this one is extremely hard to find, if you didn't know. And this one is like factory mint. So as you can see, everything is just heavy duty. Yeah, I was going to say I wish I had a scale, but I do have a scale. So let's do a quick experiment. So to answer your question, Daniel, in a nutshell, every single Tonka, as time went on, they just kind of went downhill. They have, and that goes for all the toys, not just Tonkas. So the quality just got less and less and more plastic and just not as cool. So every dump truck after 90, I think, was it 90? I think maybe in 99 or maybe it was 97 when they had plastic frames and all that. But let me find my postal scale, and I'm going to show you the difference between the, hold on one second. I'm going to put this in the, I'm going to show you the difference between the original Tonka dump truck and where the Tonka dump trucks are now, just in the weight alone. So let me set up my postal scale here. Bear with me. But all the earlier Tonkas, anything really, I can't think of any, even of the older ones that kind of stick out as a Tonka Lowboy. Yeah, I do have, I have a few different Lowboys actually. Which one, or are you saying that one is the worst quality? Because I have a bunch of different Lowboys. Melvin, what do you want to see a Tonka Lowboy, or are you saying the Lowboy is a low quality? Let me know. While I hook up my scale here so I can show you how the weight difference in the original dump truck to where the dump trucks are today. Let me move this out of the way. Run this card. Yep. There we go. All right. Let's check this out. Oh, didn't hook it up. I'll get there. Bear with me. There we go. All right. So let's see. Zero that out. And let's put this dump truck on the scale and we'll see what it weighs. So this is the 1999 Mighty Flame dump truck. 4 pounds, 8.3 ounces. As you can see, this one is just like the green one that I showed. Everything's plastic. Plastic, plastic, plastic frame. This is all plastic. This is metal, that's metal, and the dump bed is metal. Now, 4 pounds, 8.3 ounces. Now, let's see how heavy the original Mighty dump truck is. This is going to be quite a difference. Hold on 1 second. If it will stay. Yeah. Look at the difference. 4 pounds, 8.3 ounces to 8 pounds, 8 pounds, 11.1 ounces. So it's more than double. Well, almost double. That's crazy. 8 pounds. This one has the solid rubber tires, metal. All this is heavy gauge, automobile grade metal that they used in the beginning. Then they started to use a little lighter gauge as they went on. But this truck was 4.83. This was 8.11. 8 pounds, 11.3 ounces. Crazy. So that tells you like how much lighter they are, and kind of is an indication of the quality as well. So this is just a big hunk of heavy metal. So Mighty Crane clam with hook. Yes, I mean they don't have all the Mighty Cranes. They never came. None of them came with a hook. They all had the clamshell bucket on them. And as you can see, this is my collection of them. That one is the crawler crane. That is a later 77 or 78, and that's a Canadian version with the tracks. There was also a US version. Let me pull this out a little bit. Hold on. We're hooked in. There we go. This is the 1970, late 77. According to the old website, this was only made in 76 and 77 in Canada. They call it the Crane Master, but it's identical to what they called the Mighty Clam, which was the 65 and 66 crawler version, which was discontinued after the 66 year because also the mobile crane truck was out then. And this is the early, this is a 65, early 65, and this is the earliest 65, because people didn't like the crawler version as much because they felt like they were getting two toys in one with the mobile crane. They called this the truck mounted one. They felt like they were getting two toys in one as opposed to the crawler, which didn't have the truck with it. So the mobile crane continued on. This is the very first one ever, the early 65. Way the Mighty Blaze. Yeah, I'll throw it on there. And then they just went all down the line. You can see, it's cool to have all the different versions. You can see the different changes, all the way to the Mighty Diesel version, and then the very last, like the 1997 version back there. It's kind of buried, but they all had a clamshell bucket. When they came out with the 1983 style version, 83 and later, the clams switched to this style as opposed to this style with the trip style heavy duty clam. But they all had a just the clam buckets on them. None of them had a hook on the Mighties. The minis had hooks. Let's see, where are my mini cranes? Buried somewhere. Oh, there they are, back in there. The mini cranes had hooks, which actually those are the hooks from the Mighty Wreckers. That's another thing about Tonkas is the parts. There were many universal parts. They were very, I don't know what the word is, ingenuitive, I guess, with universal parts. And if you watched, I made a video on bunch of different Tonkas with the same wheel and tire combo on it, the MR 970 tire. So let's get for fun, we'll get the Mighty Blaze down off the shelf and weigh that. So the Mighty Flame right there was 4 pounds, 8.3 ounces. So let's get the Mighty Blaze down. There is a little bit of difference. Let me put the 64 back up on his throne, the #1 spot. And we'll show. I'll show you the comparisons of the Mighty Flame versus the Mighty Blaze. I do have a video on it, but I'll show it anyways, just because we're here talking about it. So, get him down. The Mighty Blaze is my 6-year-old's favorite. He loves this truck. And what's not to love? These trucks are very similar. This is the Mighty Blaze dump truck and the Mighty Flame. The Mighty Flame has the yellow wheels. They have the same cab decal, as you can see. Both with the flames, they have the same flame paint scheme. While I'm here talking about it, if you ever get one of these trucks and you try do not polish these beds, or even the cabs, because the paint can come off very easily, as you can see right there. Or if you do try to polish it, just do it very, very lightly, because this is kind of like painted over the yellow. And as you can see, the yellow is coming through here and there. So just a little sidebar, if you ever do get these, and waxing is okay, seemed okay, but just be careful. I don't know if the paint just didn't adhere very good over the other paint or what, but that came off very easily. So be careful with that if you ever try to clean these up. I know they should have, yeah. Like this truck right here, sidebar. This truck back here, this is the crane boom and flatbed, and it has basically a Mighty Wrecker boom mounted on it, and it has this hook on here, and the hook actually had, like I said, if you missed it, it was like a C-shape fork setup, because it came with a bin, so you can like swing this boom out to the side and lower the hook down and scoop up the bin. So that would definitely been cool to have a clam bucket to set up. You really kind of could, if you had the trip mechanism low enough, the hook can pull the clam bucket up to it and set off the trip too. So that would definitely work. So if you had a low enough trip system, so that would be cool if you had the clam attachment. So here's another difference of the Mighty Blaze to the Mighty Flame. The engine, as you can see, it's got the exterior engine with the supercharger on it and the kind of flared back, fast looking dual stacks on there. Pretty cool. And let's throw the Mighty Blaze on the scale and see what we got. So the Mighty Flame, again, was 4 pounds, 8.3 ounces. And let's see what the Mighty Blaze weighs in at. See how different they are. It is about, there you go, 4 pounds, 14.4 ounces. So it's another 6, almost exactly 6 ounces heavier with the extra. Basically, the only difference is the dual wheels and the engine. So those things added a another what was it? Excuse me. Added another 6 ounces. Pretty cool. So also the Mighty Blaze doesn't have a windshield. They didn't come with them for whatever reason. I don't know why. And the Mighty Flames do. But the Mighty Blaze, even the new in-box ones that I've seen didn't have a windshield. They have this chrome grille too. But pretty cool. Got a pretty mean looking stance with that dual rear wheel setup. Only Mighty to have dual rear wheels from the factory. Pretty cool. That's definitely something that I wish they would have had. And some tandem axle stuff in the Mighties. They have tandem axle stuff in the regular size Tonkas like the ones back there. They have tandem axles, but no tandems in the Mighties after the 6-wheel mixer. That was the only one that they made with tandems. No dump trucks though. Heaviest Tonka. I don't know. I'd say the Mighty Crane's got to be pretty heavy. The early 64 Mighty Dump was 8 pounds, 11.3 or 11.4. Yeah. 8 pounds, 11.4 ounces. So let's see. Let's see if we can find one. I'm going to say the Crane may be heavier because the mobile cranes, just because they got a lot more with the crane body and the truck. I don't know, maybe the T9 too. The T9's a monster. Let's see what the T9 is. Let's grab a T9 and throw them on the scale. The Winnebago's a monster too, so that may do it as well. We'll grab the original. Oh man, I don't know. This could be. I don't know. I think the Mighty Dump may have it. Let's see. Scale zeroed out. Nope. The first generation T9, 7 pounds, 15 ounces. The Mighty Dump still got it. By almost a full pound. Let's try a 6-wheel mixer. They're pretty bulky. T9s are still pretty heavy. Let's try the earliest mobile crane. Oh yeah, I don't know, the mobile crane may take the cake. If I can set this thing on here somehow. Without damaging it. Let's see. I may have to I may have to take out my piece of wood from the turntable. Let's see. Yeah, the T9, yeah. I thought the T9 may have been heavier than the Dump, but it's not. Who knew? Who knew this was going to turn into a science experiment? I like it. All right. Got that on there, and let's see what we got. We're going to put the Mighty Crane on the... This is the earliest 1965 Mighty Crane. Let's see what it weighs. Yeah, well, there it is. Look at that. Mighty Crane. 10 pounds. 1.1 ounces. I love it, David. Thank you. Thanks for the idea. See, I said earlier in the video that sometimes I'm not the most creative person. So I like I like to brainstorm with people, so I appreciate it. But there you go. This is the earliest 1965, the very first model that they made, and you can tell that by the plastic one plastic wheel, one metal wheel. So there you go. Look at that. 10 pounds, 1.3 ounces on the mighty mobile crane. And I don't know if anyone's going to beat, I don't know if any other ones are going to beat that. I don't think the loaders definitely aren't. I guess a car carrier probably would. It's going to be hard to get a car carrier on the scale, though. I'm going to have to try it now, though. Other than the rubber pieces of earth mover. Oh, yeah, the T9 is definitely a beast. And you could actually move some serious dirt with those things. They're just a beast. I remember as a kid pushing some major dirt with it. So, but yeah, look at that. Show it again. 10 pounds, 1.3 ounces on there. So let me put the mobile crane back in his spot on the shelf. I think he's gonna have the title for the heaviest Tonka. I don't know. I don't know if we should count the. For fun, let's just put a mixer on there. Oh yeah, no way. The crane's definitely heavier than the mixer. All right, let's try this mixer. See what we got. Oh yeah, the mixer's only. And this is an early mixer too. This is like a 72, 73 crossover. The 6 wheels. That one's only 7 pounds, 12.4. So not even heavier than the mighty dump. We're going to have to get a tractor trailer on there, I guess, now. Yeah. I guess I don't think the shovels would be heavier. The mighty shovel. Yeah, I guess we'll have to. I mean, do we count just the car carrier, or do we count the cars that came with the car carrier? I don't know. I guess we can do it with and without. All right. Let me put the mixer back on the shelf. Let's grab a car carrier. Hold on. Let me tear it out. There we go. Let's see where we're at. There's already 9 pounds and 7.3 ounces. Let's take the cars off. We'll do it without first. All right, let's see. Stay on here. Here we go. Yep, there it is. The car carrier is the heaviest. 10 pounds, 15.4 ounces. Plus the cars. Let's see what the cars add. It's a pretty heavy package here. Yep, look at that. That's the car carrier with the original cars. 13 pounds, 5.2 ounces. That's funny. So the car carriers are the heaviest. But as far as the individual mighty, the mobile crane takes it. But the heaviest mighty in general is the definitely the mighty car carrier takes the cake. And I believe I have a price list here from oops. I have a price list from 1979, and I think it's in here somewhere. I don't want to dig it out. The car carrier was the most expensive toy of all the Mighties, because it did come with, it was a tractor trailer, it was a lot bigger, a lot more metal, and it did have the mini cars on there as well. So pretty fun experiment. Thanks for the idea, David. So now we know. So, uh-oh, I had a derailment on my train set. Great. We had a derailment. There we go. We're back in business. Oh, no, still not yet. There we go. Oh, yeah, definitely. They're so fun in there. You can actually play with them how they're intended to be played with, in the dirt, in a sandbox. Not even just in the dirt, period. I used to play with them in the field out behind my house, building roads and every other thing, not just in a sandbox with loose sand, but actually digging like compacted hard dirt. So they were definitely fun, and they did everything they said they would do. Not like the toys like today, like where everything's plastic and you dig it into the dirt too much, and the next thing you know, you snap it off. So it's, you don't get your money's worth out of things like you did. Even all the electronic stuff, the electronics stopped working, and I don't know. They don't, you know, like everything else, they don't make them like they used to. So, well, all right, guys and girls. Appreciate everybody that's been hanging out. We're at 93 minutes now. I've been on here. It's crazy how fast time goes by. There's my mighty car carrier piled up on the postal scale. Pretty awesome. Spin this around. Spin it around while I clean up all this stuff. Show all the stuff in the background. The main attraction while you're all here. Thank you so much, everybody. Like I said, your comments and everybody's always so nice, encouraging. I really appreciate everybody that watches, everybody that subscribes, that is subscribed, everybody that comments. It just means the world to me. Put all my toys back. Had a lot of fun in the 94 minutes we've been hanging out. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I do have some work to do today. My plans kind of got blown to smithereens this morning, as they tend to do. Fun thing of having your own business. You can plan all you want, and you just never know what's gonna pop up. So put the scale away. I feel like the Tonka Mr. Rogers here or something. So But I think I'm going to sign off from the live video. I appreciate everybody. Once again, can't say it enough. If you watch my videos, if you watch this video and you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Hit the subscribe button. If you look at the top of of my channel, there's the little tabs that say videos, home, and there's one that says community. If you click on the community tab, I am going to be posting some things in there about upcoming videos or whatever. Tonka Lowboy. Yeah, let me pull out the Tonka Lowboy for you, Melvin. I've actually got a few different Lowboys here. Let me flip the camera around. So here's one Lowboy. This one is a 1976-77. That's the regular Tonka Lowboy. It's got all my micro metal cases on there. But it originally came with that dozer, the orange one. This is a really hard find. Like I said, 1976-77 version. This Lowboy in general is hard to find, and they're not cheap when you find them. I got a good deal on that one in an online auction. I also have these Lowboys down here. They were introduced in 1993. These ones are 1995 and 96. You can tell by the red Tonka logo there, as opposed to the one that would say just Tonka Mighty Diesel without the red. So these are both 95, 96. They came with the bulldozer you see here. Has a plastic blade on it. And they also came with these ramps that clip on the back. The ramps are almost always missing because they're not attached, of course. You can find the dozers separately. They're rubber tracks. They're super fun. This is the 1997 version. That one right there is actually the longest of all the Tonkas. It's like, I measured them before. I believe it was about an inch. Well, no, actually, right there is probably more like 2 inches longer than these, but the car carriers are pretty long as well. But that one is the longest version. That's the 1997 version. As you can see, the dozer is a little bit different. It's got the 738 decals. It has tinted cab glass. That's how they came. So there's those Lowboys. Let's see. What else? What other Lowboys? And then I guess just the tinies. Tiny Lowboys are, where are they? Oh, there's the mini Lowboy in here. Mini Lowboy, sorry about that. Phone's dying. This mini Lowboy with the crane on there. This is a 1977. First year for these Lowboys. These are super hard to find, and they can also, believe it or not, these can be, they always are over $100, especially if you find them with the crane. That could be 150 plus. Here's another awesome tiny Lowboy from the 80s. This is a tougher find. It's got the tree decals on there and this cool kind of almost pearl color. It's got some metallic in the paint. Got the track loader on there. That's cool. Where's my other Lowboys? Where's my other Lowboys? Oh, there's another Lowboy. It's kind of buried in there. That tiny Lowboy. It's dark, but it's got a tiny bulldozer on it. So I do have to make another tiny video. NASA, yep. Yeah, the NASA Lowboy. Thank you, David. Did I put that? Oops. Hit my dump truck. Yep, there's the NASA Lowboys up here. It's got the space shuttle on it. Here's another. This is a 90s Lowboy, G.I. Joe. Pretty awesome. That one was in the tiny video. That's got a G.I. Joe helicopter on it. This one's an Ertl Lowboy. That's pretty cool. An old Mack, 2 John Deere tractors on it, 1/64 scale. Pretty cool. How many years was the roller made for? The roller was made first introduced in 1971. Here, I'll grab this one to show. This one is specifically, this one is a 1974. Now, 74 was the last year for the roller. So 1971 through 74 was the roller. So those 71, 72, 73, 74, those 4 years, but there's a bunch of different versions of this. Now, there's ones with smooth sidewall tires. There's ones with black letter tires, and this is the white letter version. This is a 74 because it has the smooth side drum. 71 through 73 would have had a little lip around the outside here. And then they started just doing the smooth side, which saves money in production. 74, you can also tell by the hard plastic air cleaners. Mini roller road. Yeah, I love that too. But I just made a video of that recently with everything. Yeah, and I found it. There's actually two different. The sign truck that's with the mini road construction set. There's two different versions of that sign, which I found out about somewhat recently from Blake Allen, which I didn't know it was a thing. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, there's two different versions." I'm like, "Oh great, the search continues." Yeah, so there's 1971 versions that have a water transfer decal. There's a vinyl adhesive decal, and then in 72 they began embossed bumpers. So there's 3 versions alone. So yeah, there's a lot of different. There's like six or seven different versions of the roller in those 4 years that it was made, from the 71, 72, 73, 74. So the roller's one of the coolest too. And as you can see, once again, about Tonka reusing parts. The back end here, the engine bay, is the same on the loader, on the roller, on the mighty scraper. Right there, it's the same. And on the forklift, that's got the same engine bay, same style articulation. So they were pretty good at using the same parts for multiple different toys. So pretty cool. Yeah, the mini road roller set is super cool. Where is that actually? Up here. Where is the roller? It's back in the back. Oh, no, is that it? No. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Here's the mini. This one is a 73. 72 or 73 mini roller. So there's the difference between the mini and the mighty. Pretty cool. And this is how they came. This is how the mini rollers were. There's also a 74 version with the XR 101 tires with yellow wheels, which is awesome, that I haven't gotten yet. So pretty cool. This one articulates. It has the rubber steering wheel. And this is how it came. This one isn't missing anything. Sometimes the steering wheel will be missing, or one of the air cleaners will be broken off. Sometimes people think this is broken, but it's not. That's the stack, and that's how it came from the factory. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard on YouTube because I don't think I don't think people can. You can't post a picture in the comments or anything, which I wish you could, because people always want to show me things. That's why I say you can check out my Facebook or Instagram page as well and message me on there, or even comment on one of the posts with a comment. It's called Mighty Tonka Madness, just like my YouTube channel. So if you're there, if you're on YouTube or if you're on Facebook or Instagram, look up my page over there, and you can send me pictures of your toys, and if you had any questions, I can help you out with that. So these are all my catalogs and books and all that kind of stuff. So I have every means necessary to help with IDing what you have. So feel free. So I don't know. Did I honestly, now that I think, I don't even know if I may have done a roller video. But yeah, I'll have to make one. If I didn't, I'll have to check through. I've got almost 80 videos. I'm sure there's got to be a roller in one of them. But like I said, this is a 74. That's another 74 on the shelf. That one's in really good shape. And then I have another earlier one with the profile side drum that my son took out and he was playing with the other day. So that's out there somewhere. So, but yeah. Yeah, the mini rollers are cool. They pop up on eBay. That's where I got this one from. They can get a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't say pricey. I guess they're a little bit pricey sometimes. Sometimes people try to get 40, 50 bucks. I think I got this one around 40 or less with shipping. So something like that. But they can be pricey. They pop up. I'm sure you'll find one. There's only two versions of the mini roller. So there's this one, and the first came out in 72, I believe. I don't think it came out in 71. Yeah, sometimes as far as Canadian ones go, sometimes there are differences. There are ones that have different decals. The Tonka, even though it was one of the only ones that didn't have an oval on it, actually was the only one. They never had an oval on the they never had an oval on the rollers for whatever reason. They could have put one up here somewhere, but they just didn't. So there really probably wouldn't be any differences on this one, on the rollers anyways, between the US and Canadian versions. The only difference sometimes that I see from some of my Canadian friends is the Canadian factory, the Tonka tended to send the leftover parts up to the Canadian factory. So sometimes there's pretty consistently up to a 2-year difference, like as far as like I say things like the air cleaner started in 74, or the white letter tire started in 73. Sometimes there's a 2-year gap. It is common to see things from the older models or the newer upcoming models be there. We call them crossovers all the time, because they're from the catalog versions. There'll be a crossover piece, like from the older ones left over, or from a newer one upcoming. They may have ran out and started using them. So, but as far as this one, you probably wouldn't see much difference in the Canadian versions. I did hear rumors of a yellow roller, but I haven't seen one that I knew was actually a legit one, because these are every roller is orange, whether it was from JCPenney's or a regular production one. So let's see. Reading Otis's comment here. Is there a way to tell the difference between a 76 and a 77 Mighty Dump or a T9? No, as far as the T9s go, 76 and 77 were orange. like this one, ochre they called it, and they had those decals. No differences in the dozer. 76 and 77 dump trucks. I believe 77 was the year that they changed. Let's see if I can show you two different ones here. I'll pull this one off the shelf. Now you'll see, well, here, give me 1 second. Let me pull this down, take this roller off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Bear with me. I don't know if this one, yeah, this one has the same. And I'll take this one down. And I'll show you. So, this one is a 77 dump truck, because if you look at the rear portion of the cab, see how this one ends like that, to where this, if you were to draw a line across from the front fender straight across, it comes down to here. It ends almost in a point like that. Now, I believe 77 was the year that they shortened it. If you draw a line straight across, it's about a ½ an inch shorter. And the flared part of the fender ended off in this kind of triangle shape. And I believe that change was in 77. So, and another change as well, if you notice the rivets. So these rivets are all smooth, solid head, and then these rivets are, they have a hole in the center like a pop rivet. And I believe that was also a later 76 or 77 thing. So that's one way to tell. I will confirm that. Let me see. I don't have a 76 book, but I'll have to check on that. I'm pretty sure the 77, the T9s, there were no difference between them. But the dump truck, this was a difference. Either got that's a 77, and that's the 76 one. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad I could help. Like I said, I will confirm it. It may have taken place on 76, but you see them with, I've seen this version, decal version, which was 76, 77 with the smooth head rivets and also the pop, which I believe they're definitely the later ones, the ones with the holes in them. So in that as well. So, but yeah, I'm glad I could help. In questions, people asking questions kind of help me to refresh my memory and even learn new things. I certainly don't know everything, that's for sure, because there's always little tiny details like that you just don't even, you see two dump trucks next to each other and, oh yeah, they look the same. They got the same tires, they got the same bumpers, they got the same everything. And here's another little difference. This little bump out in the cab right there, that's there, and then over here there's nothing. As the years went on, they took away parts or had less detail because it was cheaper in production, and the dies, remaking dies when they wore out and all that stuff for the stamping process. So so the rivets were the same. The T9 didn't really have, I don't think the T9 really had many rivets, honestly. Let me pull this out of here. I don't think there were any. It's pretty much just kind of folded, and then they just had the big ones. Yeah, there are no little rivets like on the dump trucks. They're just kind of folded over. They've got those big rivets right there. Other than that, there really isn't any other exposed ones underneath here. Yeah, there really isn't any. Just that one, really. that's something that I'll have to look into if I can find one with a rivet with the hole. See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. You just pointed out another little detail that you just don't think about. And here's another thing that I'll show you as well while I'm right here. I mentioned earlier about the axle caps. See how these have the stamped, they look like lug nuts on there? 74 was the year, I believe, that they changed from both sides having those stamped lug nuts to only one side. That was another thing to save time and money in assembly. They came with one already assembled, and they were just smooth, kind of like that one right there. It has no lug nuts. And then they would install one side on the at the factory. Small rivets under the cylinder. Oh, back up in there. Is there one? Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I'll have to ask around in the groups and see if anybody has one with a pop rivet looking head on there. So, thanks for pointing that out. One thing you don't think about, and so sometimes there are no ways to tell the difference. Some are actually the same, and others have very, very minute little details and changes. So one other fun thing that I have to do now, the Tonka shuffle, as I like to call it. I need to make space on the shelf for my new loader. So that's going to make loader number, what did I say? Yeah, there's 8 on the shelf already. So it's going to make loader number 9 on the shelf. All different too. Not one of those loaders is the same. They've all got something different. And there's, when I was talking about the low boys earlier, here's the difference in the Mighty Diesel decals. 92 to 94, and then 95 and 96. And then back there's the 97 version with all the plastic. So, as you can see here, this one is a 71 Mighty loader, and I just got a 73. And this one right here is a 1967. That's the first year for the Mighty loader. Oh yeah, sure. Oh no, lots of people do it, and I've got nothing against people that like to take them apart and redo them. Sure, that's, and powder coating always looks awesome. It's just comes out so smooth, and but for me personally, I like to find them original for my YouTube channel and all this and everything, so that way, like I said, I can show everybody what they're supposed to have. Like this truck right here is a good example. If you looked at this truck compared to a 75, this is a 1975 compared to a 74, the only difference in this truck, everything is the same except for this little lip right here in the dump head. On the 74, it's not folded over like this. See how it's folded over? In 75, they did that for safety reasons. So in 74, they are straight. Like, I'll show you this one up here. Pull this one off. See how that lip doesn't have the rolled edge on it. It's just a single piece. So yeah, there's no right and wrong way to collect. Whatever you like, that's what you do. Like I said, I know people that do some beautiful restorations back to factory. There's some customs that I've seen people make that are you would think they came from the factory. They're even nicer than factory mint just because there's a lot of talent out there. So, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, you don't. And like I said, it's up to you how you choose to collect. And I've seen people, so many people find one in the garbage or that work at a scrap yard or they were at the scrap yard and they rescued one that looks all beat up and they just take it and rescue it and redo it and make it look better than it was new from the factory. So uh, anything that doesn't end up at the scrap yard or the garbage dump, hey, I'm all for it. So if you have fun doing it, it makes you happy, gives you a break from real life for a little while, then by all means, restore away. So I don't know. I've seen lots of people that cook the powder coating in their own home oven too. I don't know how you do it, but uh, yeah, some people just throw it in their own oven, hang it from the racks, and let it cook in there. So, but yeah, whatever is fun for you, that's what you do. So I like I said, I'm original is my thing for my own sake and for everybody that watches my channel, so I can show everybody the differences if you want original. But there's some pretty sick customs out there. Really talented people, really creative people too. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I have 24 different mighty dumps, 24 or 25. So I'll have to do one with all of them. It's hard to squeeze them in there all together. I feel like people only watch for a few minutes and then they kind of fall off. So I try to keep them under 10 minutes. So, but I will definitely do some more. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your questions. Appreciate it. So, well, it's been 122 minutes, and I think I am actually going to end the video for real. If nobody has any other questions, any more questions, anything that you saw that you want to see more about, let me know. I'll make another post in the community section, and you can go into click on the community tab on my channel homepage there, and knowledge test time. Oh boy. There's a T9 that is orange in color that has the Mighty logo on the tracks. That was an exclusive. Oh, that's an easy one, David. Mighty logo. Well, there's the orange. The only T9 that was exclusive, that was orange, was the 74 and 75 version at J.C. Penney's, like this, of course. And that is the only J.C. Penney exclusive version, 74, 75, because, like I said earlier, the 76, 77 was made in orange and sold in all stores that way. So that the T9 would be that was exclusive in orange is this version, and I don't have one yet. So I don't have any of the J.C. Penney things. Yes, thank you for that question, David. I appreciate it. You got me nervous for a second. I was like, oh man, what if I get stumped? Yep. So, yeah, it's as some of you may know, I've said it before. I am. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I was just showing the train earlier, and I said you were the one that inspired me to dig it out. So if you haven't checked out Rab's Trains page, go check that out, because it's his fault that I dug this out, and I really appreciate it. I've only got I got all these cars here. I just watched your newest video the other night, or actually last night, your newest video, and you had like 13 or 14 box cars. And I've got all these cars. I don't know how many is here. 1, 2, 3, 12. 12 different cars, all pulled by this poor little Lionel engine. He doesn't like it very much, but I did it. So I've only got this little. Came with this controller. And I've got, it came with the, I still have the box and everything for it. From 1997, this is from, and this is what it originally came with. This is an 027 set. See you later, David. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. Be safe. Talk to you later. But yeah, so yeah, I have that. I had that truck too. I know I have it somewhere, but yeah, I had the inserts and everything. But yeah, I've got some pretty cool cars here. These are all. Let me put this Tonka truck away, and I'll fire it up for you if you got a minute. So I haven't made the video with. Oh yeah, they definitely go together. I even have a trestle set too. I have a trestle set. I set it up the other day, and then it wasn't. I had my 3-year-old in here with me, and he kind of bumped into it a few times, knocked it over. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love these toys. All the toys, really. They're all fun. Any toy, even my Ertl stuff. Yeah, here we go. Now I can plug in my controller. Hold on one second. All right. Yeah. It pulls them. It's not super excited about it, but it does it. The biohazard car lights up. I love the container one too. I got both cabooses on there. I have other cars from like an 80s Lionel set too. It's got a little horn. So that's my train set. Pretty cool. Yeah, I gotta crank up the power to get all those cars rolling. This one's cool too because it goes good with all my my Ertl 1/64 scale over here. I got this shelving unit full of them. Oh yeah, definitely. Lots of memories. I used to have this set up on a ping pong table when I was a kid, and I had a gap in it. I pulled them apart, and I had the trestles set up on one side, and I've got some long pieces of track in here. They're like I don't know, 2-footers or something, and I used to have them spanning the gap, and I got the little Lionel bridge. Pretty cool. So thanks to you for making me dig that out again, because I just love this thing, and my kids love it too. We were having a ball the other night when I made the post of it. So thank you for that. You inspired me. And I love watching your videos too. I'm just glad I don't have a Menards near me, so I would go buy more stuff. So all those buildings and stuff are so cool. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be purchasing. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm sure. So I'm gonna be watching for Black Friday sales and close to Christmas sales, because I'm gonna have to get a new engine to replace the old Lionel guy with the coal car. So, but yeah, so I just wish I had more room to set the train up somewhere permanently. But I guess I'll have to hang out on the floor for a little while. So I'm gonna get a big rug for in the middle here. Once I get rid of all these toys, these are all my doubles and stuff. So, but yeah. So yeah, it was really fun. Love the train. I even got I have a John Deere. I got a John Deere tanker car here too. Pretty cool. That's a rail. I think it's a Rail King. Yeah. I even have the box for it. This is actually the first time I took it out of the box. John Deere tanker car. Rail King.